Hey guys, welcome to a quick review on the D&G K Intense. So it's EDP concentration, just as the previous one, which was there was an EDP and then there was an EDT before that. And they haven't. They also brought out a parfum. I think about somewhere around I think April of last year. That is 2025. I haven't bothered getting that. I was somehow away from this line. I did spray on the EDP a couple of times in Sephora and all that. Yeah, so I kind of understand the scent profile, and I like the scent profile, to be honest. I love the scent profile. The fig note really gets me in this one. Unfortunately, the EDP just wasn't performing. Like, I've used it a few times. I've walked around, skin on clothes, just doesn't have the projection, nor does it seem to last that much. So it was I love the scent, but it just, I mean, when you buy a scent, you expect it to at least have a basic or moderate level of performance, and I just didn't think the ADP really had it on me for some reason. But then, I waited, and then I finally realized I would go for the intense, and I waited, and then I got the bottle, like I think it was 2 months ago or something. So I got, and this was a tester, by the way. So I picked up the tester. Bought this for about, I would like to say $47, $48 around that price mark. For this is a 100 ml bottle. So you can see that's just the your typical tester box. They do have three notes listed here saying saffron, fig, and leather. Even though Fragrantica has a few more notes on it, but even though they have saffron on top, I don't really get the saffron or any if it's there. I think the Middle Eastern scents have kind of pushed the saffron note, or they use kind of a dominant saffron note that I just can't you know get even hints or nuances of saffron when it's in a milder form. Maybe it's used in this pretty mild, so I don't get the saffron. So the only things that we need to worry about, note wise, I would say in this is it opens and there is a blood orange note. Yeah, you do get the blood orange, and then there is of course the infamous the fig note in this one. You will get the fig for sure. That's there, and then of course the leather. They do say leather and woods, and don't worry about all that. Just it's just leather is probably the slightly more dominant one in the base note, and even then it's not really dominant. So it's not like a really pungent or strong leather. It's not an obvious leather. So it doesn't come off too obvious. It's super timid, it's super mild. It's just like a very, like a bassy, just a slight supporty note. So it kind of plays the support role in this. The fig is the main hero. The blood orange, yeah, sure, it does come off. When you spray it on, it's there for I think 20 minutes to 30 minutes tops, and then the top notes are all gone. So and then it's just the fig in play. So it's the fig and a mild leather that kind of run the show from there. Uh, Unfortunately, this one is still not intense enough for me because I was pretty excited when this came out. It said intense, so I thought it'll be a lot more intense than the previous EDP. But nah, if you have the EDP, I would say don't bother about this. But if you are planning on getting the EDP, I would say make sure you get the EDP intense and don't worry about the regular EDP. So let me just do a quick spray so you can see the sprayer. It's generally a pretty good sprayer. There's nothing great, nothing wrong with it. So you see that? It's a nice sprayer. It's a nice sprayer. So that's that. Um, Basically, anyone could use this. I mean, anyone over the age of 20. I would say it's unisex. I don't think it's really masculine leaning or anything like that because it doesn't have a strong leathery note or anything like that. So it's like a very mild, easygoing, a bit soapy-ish. You get that soapiness a little bit, slightly. And then I don't know, for me, it just feels like it's just very linear in the dry down. It's like a very average performing scent. I would say about maybe hour and a half, projection for an hour and a half, and then it kind of creates a little bit of a bubble. It kind of stays around you, but it stays pretty close. I would say, like 1 foot bubble, you could say. I mean, that's if you were to do maybe I would say 8 sprays in summer. You probably get a 1 foot bubble going. It's nothing insane. Don't look at the name, the intense name, and think, oh, this is going to be crazy. No, no, no. It's nothing too intense. It's in the same league as the EDPs. There's nothing too crazy about it. I think you can use this one through through the year. It should be fine in all seasons. I just don't think this has, the oomph to go through winters. To be honest, yeah, it just doesn't have any strong dominant note, so it can last in winters. I don't think it can handle that. Probably a fantastic one for something like, I would say, spring summer. You'd like to be there with this one. And that's about it, man. I mean, there's nothing much right at the bottom. It says test right there, right at the bottom. So it's just on the sticker. It's nothing obvious on the bottle though. Yeah, it's a pretty good scent profile. I like the scent profile. The fig comes off really well. The fig is the dominant one. It's nothing sharp. There's nothing sharp at all in this scent. It's a very good office use, casual use. Yeah, you're not going to be getting any compliments anytime soon. It's a very nice evening loungy. If you're sitting at home, you're just lounging, you have an evening shower, then you want to just, put something on that's not too in your face, not too crazy bright, something soothing. Yeah, this one fits the bill perfectly for that, I feel. So, yeah, that's my review, guys. Right, I'll catch you later. See you soon. Bye.